Hi everybody, this is Caroline Sotheby and welcome to Up, Down, and Around Town. Alrighty, you probably sit there and say, okay, what's this show going to be about? Hey, flowers, Biddle Avenue, awards. We're going to go to our gal over here. You can see her most of the time with the go-kart and watering and everything else. Alice Uglisa. Thank you for coming. She just got off of work. She hasn't had her dinner yet. So, hey, what can we talk about?
Well, this time of year, we are ready to announce all of our Beautification Award winners that we have this year.
And a couple of weeks ago, while we were finishing up a program here, I noticed you went in with a couple of gals and started putting all the pictures on there. Maybe we can go to that. There are quite a few of them. And okay, this is this year's Wind-Up Beautification Award winner, and we'll find that out after. Okay. So anyway, give us a glimpse of what's actually happening there. Neil took the camera and got some of this. Try to get some of the close shots of them. They were all lined up on that conference table.
Well, this is our Beautification Commission meeting for August, and we dedicate the whole meeting to choosing the winners.
Okay.
And there were many nominations. There were about 60, and we chose 15 homes and 5 businesses.
Okay.
It was very difficult. There were many, many wonderful, beautiful homes. And we use a system, a 5-point system, and we look at every single picture. Many of them we have seen in person.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen them. And we go strictly by the view from the street. We don't go into anyone's backyards. So we have the 5-point system, 5 being the best to 1. And we base it on the variety of flowers. Sometimes there's hardscapes meaning rocks, ornamental statues, something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see if there's a variety of flowers, and if it's been maintained well, we go by if it's been neatly taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just, one of us deciding who gets the award. So we go by, we put a number by each picture, and then we add them up, and then the one that has the highest points, we just go right down the list and we pick out the top 15. If there's a tie, which there was this year, we just re-vote.
Oh, okay.
So we had three at the end of the last 13, 14, and 15, they were all tied, so we had to re-vote.
Okay.
So it was very hard. This year there were many. We were very impressed with driving around town, how the neighborhoods have improved. There were some years ago that no one put out flowers, no one kept their yards and looking neat. They don't have to be fancy, but just kind of orderly. Correct.
Right.
So we noticed this year that there's a lot that have been doing a really good job. Are there places that need some TLC? Yes.
Yeah.
But I think our residents are really doing a good job. Even our businesses, we've noticed every year there's more and more businesses that are putting out flower pots, and even on Northline and Fort Street and Eureka and Oak Street. They're doing a really good job of trying to make their business look inviting. Biddle Avenue's been doing it for a few years, obviously, because they're
Yeah.
downtown. But we're grateful that other areas around town are
Well, you
getting
guys
into
are
it.
really doing a big job, though. I mean, when you start with pictures and then all of a sudden you've gone around, what do you take your own pictures or just notes?
Sometimes we take our own pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, we take and it's amazing how we remember. A couple of the members will say, "Oh, I remember that one. That one had really pretty pots on the porch, or or something." But yeah,
Okay.
it's been fun. I've been doing this for a few years.
For a
so
few years.
I've seen such an improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, a great improvement, yeah. So we're happy about that.
How many people are on the commission?
There are 11 members.
Really?
11 members, correct.
Wow. So how do you actually become a member?
Sometimes people will say, I'm kind of interested,
Yeah.
and they have to be appointed by the mayor.
Okay.
Sometimes we've had to put out an advertisement that we're in need of filling up some spots.
Yeah.
Because we have kind of a term limits of 3 years.
Okay.
Then you have to be reappointed. And sometimes after 3 years, they say, we're going to take a break, and then and some come back. So you do not have to be a master gardener, even though we have master gardeners on the commission. You kind of need to know the difference between a weed and a flower. It would be
Hopefully.
helpful.
Especially if you're out there pulling them. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But you always have nice arrangements. This year you had something different with the hanging pads.
Right. We added, we call them wraparounds because they wrap around the light poles up and down Biddle. And we used the poles that had double lights. If
Okay.
there was a single one, we didn't do those.
Okay.
So we have them from Eureka, and the last one ends down at Chestnut
Okay.
by the Stone Place and
Okay.
Glowfish. That's where the last one
Okay.
is.
All right.
Yeah.
But why did you guys all of a sudden decide on something different like that?
Well, we were very, very fortunate because it takes a lot of money.
Yeah.
We were very fortunate that when the Wyandotte Community Alliance dissolved, they had some money, and they gave us some of the funds,
Okay.
and we used that for a capital improvement. That's one of the stipulations.
Okay.
So the pots were paid for with that money, and the flowers were paid for out of our
Your funds.
funds.
Okay.
And
So
from the
basic-
DDA, yes,
From the DDA.
correct,
Okay.
correct.
So every year you have to go to them and find out what your budget is and then work with that?
The DDA, right.
Yeah.
So we have a budget for the flowers.
Okay.
So we're going to be using that money from the Wyandotte Community Alliance to buy additional flower pots. And we just did. We purchased new square planters right out by City Hall on the little walkway that goes by the
Yeah.
bears that are out there. They were, the original ones were made out of wood from an Eagle Scout project.
Oh, really?
And he used the wood from the old benches that were around town. So he took the wood from there and made the planters that we had flowers in. But after a few years, they were starting to deteriorate. And so with that Wyandotte Community Alliance money, we purchased 12 more planters.
Okay.
So they're,
Who was the guy?
oh, I don't remember.
Excuse me.
I'm really sorry, I don't remember his name.
Okay. Was he a Boy Scout
Yes,
leader?
he became he became an Eagle Scout. It was a young boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that was different.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun when that happened.
So
It's been a little while.
those years go by pretty fast. And you
Yeah.
said you only been there a couple years. Like,
No, yeah.
hey, how's Maggie doing anyway?
She's doing very well.
Yeah?
She's doing very well. It was time for her to retire.
You know,
I hope I can stay around as long as she did.
I think she enjoyed it, and people enjoyed
She
seeing her.
did, yes.
Yeah.
She's greatly missed. She's greatly missed. People ask about her every day. So
Hey.
Maggie, if you're out there, everyone says hi and they miss you.
Yeah, great,
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, they ask about her all the time.
Okay, now you're out there on almost a daily basis.
Every day.
So by the time you start with one end of Biddle Avenue, it takes, what, a week and a half, or just you try to get everything complete in a week?
I try to do everything in 2 days. So then every 2 days I have to start all over.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you figure it needs watering, and by that
yes.
time,
Oh, yeah.
it needs
Especially when
waiting.
it's hot. Especially when it
Uh-huh.
was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many people do you usually have working with you? Or,
Well, I'm the only one that waters
okay,
because we only have one piece of equipment that is capable of watering.
okay.
And then I have another lady who's fabulous, and she does the weeding. And there's another high school girl that has been helping.
Really?
She's in the botany class at Roosevelt, and
Oh.
she's been very helpful as well. Yeah.
Well, that's a good start for her, too.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So we're very fortunate to have all that extra help.
Now, I know you had the original group, usually kids at, what, in May?
In May.
So is Ron still having these kids from school come down?
Oh,
and-
yeah, yes. Even though
Yeah.
he's no longer the football coach,
Yeah.
he, for his class, he gives them extra credit if they volunteer and come help with the cleanup and then with planting.
Okay.
So when we clean up in April, and then when they come in May to help plant. And they're wonderful. They do a great job.
Do you
yeah.
see same faces from year
Oh,
to
some
year?
of them, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
Okay. Not only do you have Biddle, you're going in the streets and the city hall, so on. Who takes care of the Purple Heart area?
We have to do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but that has a sprinkling system, so I only go and I double check every day to make sure that it's
Okay.
getting watered. So I
Well,
don't have to water.
Well, one thing too, I noticed that Ron had put pictures of the Purple Heart statue in the area. Those flowers, the purple flowers, what kind are they, and how do you get them to bloom the way they do?
Well, they're petunias,
Okay.
supertunias.
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah?
So they're in the pots and they're on the ground, and then we have what we call white, purple echinacea cone flowers as well.
Really?
The ones that are taller.
I've
And
never
in the
heard
s-
of that name.
And in the spring, the round ball type flower that's tall,
Yeah.
those are alliums. Those are purple alliums. So we try to stick to purple.
I don't
Obviously.
even know the names. Where do you get all these flower things from? Do you have a catalog that shows all
Oh,
of them?
yeah, we have a catalog, yes.
Yeah?
But we get them from, are we allowed to say, Proven Winners?
Yeah, why not?
And we get them from Proven Winners.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so about in another couple more months, you're going to be figuring out what to have for next year?
Well, Purple Heart's easy because we do purple, so that's not hard.
Oh, sounds logical, right? Right. And what about the
The
Bishop
other
Park?
memorials, there's
Yeah.
other memorials down there.
Yeah,
So by the World War I, where the rock is,
yeah.
we have planted perennials, flowers that come up every year.
Uh-huh.
Some hostas are there. And then there's 2 pots that we put white and red flowers in
Okay.
in front of there. And then we go down the line there, and then there's the Veterans Memorial. That's the one that was moved from Bishop Park over to Superior.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to maintain red and white in there as well.
Okay.
And then farther down the line is the Vietnam Memorial. And we don't have to do too much there. We have 2 planter pots that are by the monument sign, that we do red and white as well.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's, you guys are in charge of that then too?
And we do that. And then we have Jim Lang, who takes care of the Bishop Park World War II, which is now across the street, and there's a promenade that leads to the monument itself. And so that ends our wonderful Veterans Boulevard.
Yeah, the nice sweep between.
Yeah, it's
when going
beautiful.
through.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to give you guys credit for that because that's a big char in itself.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of us that really have a lot of pride in our veterans, so it's kind of important to us to
Yeah.
maintain that. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, are there any of the commissioners that have been on the commission for quite a time?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who are they?
Well, we have Noelle, and we have Wendy,
Uh-huh.
and we have many, and me. And we have had recent, Patty was on and then took a little break, and now she's back on. And we have Jackie and Joanna and Barbara. Barbara's been on for a while. And Annette and Emma and Kimberly are kind of new.
Okay. Hey,
So they're all
And-
wonderful.
they have to be because that's something you guys don't get paid for.
No.
And you put an awful lot of time and
Yes.
effort,
Yes.
knee bending,
Yes.
pulling, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you have a group, who they get in touch with? Like, say you sign a certain day and say, hey, come on and help, or do you just rely on going there and see who shows up?
Oh, if we need a group project, we send out an email or a text to all the commissioners.
Okay.
And if you're available and able, we're going to be doing this in such and such a place and meet at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come.
Okay. All right. So the season's almost over.
Yes.
I did ask you what you're going to do with the hanging plants, where you're going to take the flowers out, but you said there's a liner in there.
There's a liner inside the pot that's there,
Uh-huh.
and the company will come and they will take those because they're going to use that liner again to replant the flowers for next year.
Okay.
So they need to have that with them at their
the-
greenhouse
Okay.
to replant.
Where are they from?
Those come from Eckert's in Sterling Heights,
Okay.
and they supply many, many places downriver. If there's a hanging basket, it came from them.
All right.
They're very well known with and they go to Canada, Ohio, they go all over.
So you have to make sure you put your order in
Yes,
early.
yes.
Okay.
March.
March.
We
Okay.
put our order in March.
I think I talked to you one time. You said something about when you start figuring out what plants you want. You're checking on the prices and everything, like October, November already, or December, at least before.
Well, actually, for real, January.
Okay.
January for spring, right?
All right.
Because our order has to be in by March 1st to
make
order
sure
the
you get it.
flowers, correct?
So you have to have the catalogs beforehand
Yes,
to
we
know what
do.
the prices are going to be.
Right. The Proven Winner sends us catalogs,
Okay.
right?
Wow.
And then we go through and we kind of decide what we would like.
You try to vary it.
Yes, so this year with the hanging baskets up and down Biddle, that was new. Kind of matches the ones that are hanging by the clock tower in the Arbor area.
Uh-huh.
They're the same kind of color scheme.
All right. Do you need help, or do you think you're comfortable right now with who
Well,
you
right now
have?
the commission is full,
Okay.
but come, you never know, come fall, whatever we decide to do,
Mm-hmm.
if we want to plant bulbs or if we want to pull things out. If I'm not able to get it all done, then we'll put a call out to help for, we
Okay.
call it our fall cleanup. So we kind of play it by ear to see how things are.
Okay.
Because
You really-
all the annuals that are in the ground have to come out.
Yeah. Do
And
you,
in the
that's when you
pots.
plant your bulbs then?
If we want to plant bulbs,
Yeah.
which we're debating about. We haven't decided.
Well, it would help in a way if you could get something that, you know, it's going to come up and then we
Well,
can just...
most of the bulbs would be for spring.
Okay,
Would it be tulips or daffodils or alliums
yeah,
or other type of bulbs? Most of those are the spring. There are some lovely lilies that you can plant that would come up every year.
that's true. I'm thinking, I mean, you might just have the spring flower then, but it would be something to start.
Correct. And it's nice to have something blooming all year.
Yeah,
So that's why we're thinking about planting more bulbs.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? For some people that say, oh, yeah, I see her all the time, and she's in the cart and stuff like that, it's nice when you can say hi or get to see the regulars and they become friends, and they
Yeah.
know you and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. It's nice to see. Even when they drive by, they beep and wave. Sometimes I recognize them, and sometimes I do not.
Yeah.
I confess, yes.
Well, before he came on, Rich Campbell was leaving, and he said, say hi to you, because remember
Oh, yeah.
COVID time when he
Yeah.
went with you
Yeah.
with the camera, and you had individual shots to the
Right,
homes itself.
yeah. During COVID, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
He says he still has the pictures of it.
Oh, good.
So if
good.
you ever want it, you know.
Ah.
Okay. All right. You're here now, and I know you want to go home and eat. I thank you for coming, but you said you have 19 definite winners and a question on the
20,
one.
20.
Okay, 20, yeah.
It's just we have to verify an address, that's all.
Okay. So we might be able to see the winners
Yes.
as it is.
Yes.
Other than that, where the presentation's going to be?
It's going to be at City Hall on September the 12th. Oh, I might have the wrong date.
The third Monday?
Yeah, let's see. 16th, I think.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
And they will be presented at the City Council meeting on, it's the 16th, September 16th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'd be 20 winners. You have 15 homes and,
And
5 businesses.
correct.
Can you give us who the businesses could be?
Sure. Epic Management on Eureka.
Mm-hmm.
Lux Salon on Biddle. Let's see if I can think of the other one. And the Coffee Lounge on Oak.
Oh, really? Yeah.
She owns the Coffee Lounge and the salon,
Uh-huh.
the Hair Lounge. I'm so sorry, I can't remember the other.
Hey, well, they're going to have to wait and find out where we're going to clip them on.
Well,
and later.
the winners have been already notified. They know.
Okay. All right.
They know that they won, yeah.
Except you said the one in question that you had to find out for sure.
The correct address, correct.
Well, okay. So now, while we have them, if they ever would like to have an award, presented, what's the criteria? What do you have to do? How do you get in touch with your department?
Our Wyandotte website has the Beautification Commission,
Okay.
and there it has Beautification Awards, and there's a link. You just click on that, and there's a form you fill out,
Okay.
and you can send it, drop it off at City Hall, or email it. However,
All right.
it's very easy.
Okay.
It's very easy.
All right.
You can nominate yourself, or you can nominate someone else.
Okay. That's nice to know.
Yeah.
All right. This week I went down on Monday and went to the Mount Carmel property. As you can tell, they're getting set up for this coming week's Festival. And that will be Friday, August 23rd between 4 and 11. And Saturday, August 24th from 1 till 11. A lot of things are going to be happening there. They say Polish food, Polish beer, Polish music, dancing raffles, wooden dance floor, hourly raffles, bingo Friday from 5 to 10, on Saturday 2 to 10. And of course, the Polish Muslims will be in from Hamtramck on Friday between 6:30 to 9:30. And the Zakopane Polish dancers from Warren come on 7 o'clock. Saturday, New Brass Express from Bad Axe, Michigan from 1 to 4. The Kielbasa Kings from Dearborn, Michigan, 4 to 7. The PRCU Rogalin Polish dancers from Wyandotte will be on at 7. And then Tony Blazonczyk from Chicago, Illinois, ends off 7 to 10 o'clock. So just a reminder, this is the Mount Carmel 50th Festival. Maybe we'll see you there. So a little bit of what's happening in the city, right, Gal?
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, you are welcome.
Okay.
Anytime.
Okay.
Okay.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Up, Down, and Around Town. Bye now.